Phoenix Point, terror from the void. We have a rendezvous with an interstellar entity, the Ugothian entity, and we have decided to go all in with New Jericho's plan to assault the Ugothian receptacle. Project Nemesis is the goddess who punishes those who commit the sin of hubris, overbearing pride before the eyes of the gods. That is why Tobias West chose to name this missile system in her honor. It is designed to punish the Ugothian entity for its arrogance before the gods of this planet, the human race. It is controlled via satellite-connected AI system that we helped New Jericho build. The Nemesis missile will utterly annihilate the receptacle.
Thank you for working with us on this. Today marks the end. We're going in with the courage of our convictions. Sometimes a disease has to be cut out, and this is the time to make that cut. A surgical strike delivered by the satellite system we've managed to resurrect from nothing. The power of human intellect, driven by human will, against the crude methods of the Ugothian entity. This is a critical moment. My entire strategy hinges on this victory. A gamble, some might say, but I prefer to think of it as a calculated risk.
All in.
According to our research, destroying the enemy's central command unit will throw them into disarray. That will be the turning point of this war. With the infrastructure you helped us build, we will be able to seize the advantage and crush the Pandorans before they can regroup. It won't be easy, but we will have strength, precision, and determination. Qualities the Phoenix Project has done much to foster in our people. For that, I will always be grateful.
So we have a plan, we have a method, and we have the team.
We need to ensure that this attack is precisely delivered. That means a locator beacon, right down there in the middle of it all. Anyone who goes in needs to understand the numbers. If we win, humanity is saved. But there's a strong chance anyone who goes into the palace isn't coming out. We need to send our best and be ready for what the Pandorans throw at us. And we need to be ready to sacrifice everything we have to achieve what is necessary. That, in the end, is what makes us human.
Hear, hear. The behemoth is prowling the land, but we plan on circumventing that difficult mission. All of our aircraft are stationed nearby the Ugothian receptacle, and now we need to make the difficult decision on who is going to come with us. And I've noticed something that is very frustrating. We can only bring 7 soldiers with us, which is putting a huge kink in my plan to bring a vehicle with us. If I bring a vehicle, I can only bring 3 soldiers, or 4 soldiers, and that's not enough. So I'm going to have to make some hard choices here. And the loadout has to reflect the fact that we can't use the vehicle to carry all of our medical supplies and turrets that I was going to bring. All members of the Nestbusters eagerly volunteered, but they had to draw straws because we only had 1 space, and the short straw goes to Nightcat. So the brave volunteers head towards their final destination. After 30 or so episodes, it's coming to an end. Make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe, because there will be more coming from this channel, despite what happens here today at the Ugothian receptacle. They said it couldn't be done, but here we are, boots on the ground. A military solution is possible. It's important that we move on our objective quickly. And it looks like we have some soldiers from New Jericho. So we actually have a team of 10. I wish I had have known that first. Honestly, I might have brought a vehicle. Because we have a technician with us. And the technician would have been extremely useful, coupled up. We've got Colonel Jack Harris, Captain J.P. Richter, and we need someone that has a space in their inventory to be able to pick up. Alright, Sofia Villanova has a lot of advanced Phoenix weapons. Laser turrets and the Phoenix personal defense weapon. here is the beacon that we need to plant within the heart of this Pandoran palace.
I can make a difference.
So, the people that came with us today are Sophia, our assault priest, Takeshi, now known as Shredder, our assault heavy. We brought Repo, the sole survivor of a haven, arguably one of the heroes of this campaign, at all the pivotal moments. We have Warden,
Let's go!
our heavy technician, Nightcat from the Nestbusters, our assault infiltrator. Her night vision will come in useful within the dark confines of the palace. Captain JP Richter is an assault trooper with very high health, very high speed. Sophia Villanova is a dedicated technician from New Jericho. And she has lots of charges here for her technician arm, so we can use her as our dedicated medic, and she will be able to repair our limbs, which is something that we would not have been able to do without her presence. And then Colonel Jack Harlson looks like a heavy with a piercing rocket launcher. The Shredder moving forth. And Warhound, the first mercenary that we hired straight out of the gate in the campaign, never left Omar's side. They work exceedingly well together as a team. And I'm confident that this team has what it takes to really show the Pandorans they're not welcome on Earth. We will purge them the human way. Now, my experience from Vanilla tells me that we're going to have a huge firefight the minute we go around the corner. But we also didn't have help from Cmdr when I did this in Vanilla, so I'm actually impressed that New Jericho are helping us. Cmdr were like, well, good luck. We'll have a public holiday in your honor. Nightcat moving into the fringes of this large cavern. We have spotted a hatchery. Colonel Jack Harlson stepping forward, thundering forward like in his Terminator armor. We are able to jump up here. This may give us the opportunity to scout the room without putting ourselves in danger. But Warhound's helmet does limit her perception, so her vision isn't the greatest. Lots of Myrmidon eggs. Repo can stand by with our technician.
I'm here. Let's go.
Now, Repo is wearing Phoenix heavy armor so that he could bring with him a Destiny backpack laser. Sophia's also wearing heavy armor. Basically, everyone is, just to keep them safe as long as possible. I spent a good hour doing their loadouts, making sure I had enough of everything that I would need, especially healing. Got the battle line ready. Let's take out the hatching sentinel.
Right on target.
Acquiring targets.
Warhound having a shot. Sophia has an action left, so we will use her laser SMG, and the hatching sentinel will be gone.
Operative on the move.
I'm actually happy now that I have 10 soldiers. I kind of wish I could have brought 10 of my own, but like I said, I am happy that New Jericho was willing to field soldiers to help us. Go quick aim, Captain JP Richter. Unfortunately unable to land any shots. Already this room is different. Oh, Sophia hit with a sniper rifle to the chest. Fortunately, that one hit her equipment. But I think that was a virus rifle, so it wouldn't have been as damaging. Where did that sniper rifle come from? Let's get someone over here up high, see if we can't spot them. Omar also has the Destiny laser. Warden has the shredding rocket launcher.
Operative on the move.
The Destiny we researched just before we arrived here, so we didn't see any other service, but it is a very good weapon. Sophia will have to heal her wound. That restores the body part, but it doesn't stop the bleeding. Let's move into cover. Captain Richter, we might get you up here. It looks like we have to open the door. There is some kind of Pandoran organic structure barring our advance. The receptacle should be behind this barrier, but the surface appears to be functionally indestructible. Nothing man-portable would put a scratch on it. Curiously, there are what appears to be access points or machinery interfaces that emerge from the smooth casing at 3 separate points. We should move our operatives closer to investigate. Be aware that figuring out the operation may take some time. Opening the gate requires all 3 access points to be activated simultaneously by your operatives. The process will take 2 turns and once begun, can be stopped.
My turn.
Okay, simple enough. So we've got to have 3 soldiers up there opening the gate, and they will be out of action while they do so. So we could use all the New Jericho soldiers to do that while our best of the best hold the line. It's not too scary at the moment, just a few snipers up on the poles. Let's go and get them. Alright, let's
I
jump.
know how to do this.
Keep the high ground. And then Warhound brought the advanced New Jericho rocket. So we have a nice array of heavy weaponry, because I was expecting to be fighting big monsters. There's no sign of them yet. Okay, we don't have a lot of options for damage, but let's hit the stealth box. Spotted straight away because we're right next to each other. Sophia, the warrior priest with her shield. Bit of a Valkyrie. We could rush over here and try and mind control you, but that would spend all of our willpower. She has all of the priest's skills, but I mainly just wanted the anti-panic device. The anti-panic aura. Let's try and hit this guy up here and blow him off his stand. Warden's pretty handy with that grenade launcher. He's had some practice. Let's see if we can get the other. If we can activate their chameleon, nope. It means they don't have that perfect shot there. They would have to find somewhere else to shoot from. If you are watching and you have watched all the way through, thank you very much for enduring such a long series. I know that in 2025 Let's Plays aren't the most popular game styles to watch, but I felt like this game really deserved it, especially because of how much effort was put in for Terror from the Void. I really enjoyed Vanilla, but this has been absolutely fantastic. And I tried to keep the series stimulating. I didn't show you every single Haven defense that I did, because that would have just dragged out for another 30 episodes.
Take that.
But if anything notable happened, I made sure to show it. and we saw all of the different types of missions that you can do, and we've just chosen one of the many ways to win. There are 5 different endings, and there are many ways to get to the endings. Like, we didn't bother trying to defeat the behemoth. We could have, and we could have searched deeper for the antediluvian artifacts, because that would have really bolstered our power as well. But these are all the choices that you can make through the course of your campaign. You don't have to feel compelled to do everything. One of the biggest failings of the game is that it doesn't explicitly tell you that you don't have to do everything. When in reality you should be prioritizing and picking and choosing your battles.
No!
But if you put some thought and love into your tactics and your men and women, it can be a really fun experience. So many ways to build your soldiers that really you can have whatever team you want. And I've only really touched the surface with the different amounts of builds that you can do and skill synergies there are. We completely neglected the Disciples of Anu and their strategies, with the exception of their shotgun, which is amazing. Right, Warhound is going to bash this one down.
Looking for an angle.
This weapon isn't powerful enough to take out an egg. I like to take them out.
Here I come.
I'm here.
Nightcat. While you are an infiltrator, you don't have the greatest stealth ability. Captain P. Richter is right in the face of this Triton. Aimed burst. Take out the Pain Chameleon and he won't be able to stealth. But the leg has the lowest armor, and we managed to hit both of the body parts and take them out. Colonel Jack. He is loaded with ammunition. He's not running out of ammunition. He has an advanced rocket launcher on his backpack too. So far, so good. When is it going to scale in difficulty? I know it's just I just feel it in my bones. Is it once we get through the gate? Or maybe it's when we start trying to open the gate.
Target located.
Alright, Nightcat has spotted another Triton in the
Operative on the
gloom.
move.
Her night vision paying off
Looking for an
immensely. I built her specifically so that we could see Pandorans, because at the very start of the campaign we had that void omen that just limited our perception, and we were fighting blind for ages. And so she was brought into the team to counter that weakness. Not quite enough range to give her more actions. Mind Crush does affect the eggs, but it wouldn't kill them. Let's get the team up. Repo, move it, move it, move it. Slightly affected by virus, and he's taken a blow to his helmet again. This Cmdr helmet was the worst thing I ever did. It was like a bullet magnet. He lost his head more than any of my other soldiers. Omar, move up, mate. Reliability at its finest. Followed up closely by the Colonel Jack. Captain Richter is going to watch that Triton die. A Myrmidon just entered the arena. Did that come out of the egg? It looks like they're fresh reinforcement spawns. There's something over here. The camera wants to look there. Okay, let's get rid of this Triton here, and these big bad snipers are done for. Chop him up. He's going to try and run away, but we'll just track him down.
Advancing.
He's got a lot of health, this one. Or maybe, yeah, the armor is affecting the damage. Oh, good.
Acquiring targets.
This is a fairly new evolution. It's got a lot of armor. A Praetorian. Let's get over near the door.
Let me see.
Dazed.
I can make a difference.
It's stacking up on the door, and when we're all there, we will activate it. Sophia, lift the shield, get moving.
Let's go.
Let's show him what we can do.
Takeshi and Captain... I'm going to take the sniper rifle in case we run out of ammo. He's not proficient in it, but we could still use it. Alright, Captain, head over towards the door. Don't activate it yet. Now, when we get through, guys, all of you, you too, Sophia, when we get through, there is a horror of unimaginable proportions.
I'm here.
And we're going to need everyone to carry their weight. Reaper is slightly isolated. We'll get him into cover. He's got a small amount of virus, which is slowly eroding his will. And he never, ever lost the slashing strike. As he said there, it just says, I got used to it, I guess. And he also loses 1 willpower when he takes damage now. They were the consequences of the experimental mutagen. Let's get him over. We've left Warden behind. Get full sprint. If this is going to take 2 turns, I might use Sophia Villanova to put down her turrets, because she has a backpack full of them. Hunker down with the Colonel. He's got a big rocket launcher, so we might keep him off the door. Hunkering down all the heavies, and we will start the process next turn. What is this? Something coming from the entrance where we just came from. Something going on. An Acheron. Asclepius champion. This one can resurrect, I think. Myrmidon skittering from cover to cover, trying to get close. We have a Triton thug trying to angle his shotgun. We're all in heavy armor. The only one that's slightly armored is Nightcat. Sophia, actually no, we need to put down your turrets. So let's throw one. And another. Right in front of her to protect her and the rest of the team on the door. We could reinforce everyone's armor and then activate it. So this turn we have a nice buff. Some of our soldiers have 50 armor. Sophia's nearly got 50. Sophia's going to go on the door. See if I can use her shield. No, we can't activate it with the shield up. That's sad. She's the least useful in a long-range fight. And the Colonel here will take it as well. The extra turrets, that's going to be fantastic for actions.
Acquiring targets.
Good chance to hit here. 1,000 days damage. So we stunned it and got all of our actions back, did we? No. Yes, we did. We got actions back. So we could do another aimed burst. That's a really good synergy. I like that. Assault Infiltrator. Let's set down some area denial.
Moving to position. Let's try this.
Tritons hate fire. And then we could boom blast. No, we can't. I need to start counting my actions before I act. Hey, let's... No, there's nothing to shred.
Gotcha.
It would be a real pain if he were to charge in and revive all the Tritons I've already killed. Let's pull Warhand back to the door. We want to be ready to go when it opens. Hunkering down. Takeshi with the Overwatch. He's got a shredding shotgun and an armor-piercing rifle.
Repositioning.
Omar's going to cover our friend Warden here. Repo, what can you do from this position? Keep you on the wing, maybe? Well, let's recover him. He's got some time. Overwatch here from Nightcat. Close range. Trying to stop that Myrmidon from getting close. Again from Captain Richter. Alright, that's a Scylla. And that is a second one. That's what I was expecting to be in this arena when we went around the corner the first time, because that's how it is in vanilla. And now Troublemaker has arrived on scene. It seems there's no end to him haunting us. Venomous Myrmidon managing to get close to Warden. 2 hits, 60 poison. The thug taking shots, shredding her armor, doing a little bit of damage. Our other technician can repair her armor as required. The Asclepius chose to heal. Return fire, 300 damage. Return fire from Repo, nearly 600 damage in total. And Warden has taken significant damage. Now, do we just burn it out? I think so. We just hit them all in a line. The Myrmidon's slightly out of the cone. That's unfortunate. We might check the backpack. We do have a med kit, and we have a Vita grenade, which sprays healing everywhere. Yeah, Warden retreat. You did your dash. Hunker down, just to restore some of that armor. And we will give some medical assistance from Captain Richter. That is an ominous sight off in the gloom. That will cross that distance in a matter of turns. Repo's in a good position here to flank. And we have the Destiny laser, but we need to shred the Scylla first. We have one more charge with our technician arms before they need to be reloaded. But Sophia Villanova is on the door. Our Sophia is on the door. But Shredder, Takeshi, you need to come forward here. Yeah. We'll do it from a little bit closer to minimize the scatter. We need this to go off really well. It's capable of 400 or so shred. And this is a heavily armored variant, and it's going to daze us with a scream. 520 armor shred. Insanely powerful weapon.
Aiming.
And then we could just hit it with the Harrower shotgun, which also shreds. But it'll be less directed. Be spread all over the body. Another 56 armor taken down.
Standing by.
Let's try this rocket launcher. I have one for for Warhound. So we have a total of 2 here. Warhound brought a diverse array of weaponry. I don't rightly know how this works. Apparently it does 3 times more damage to body parts. It's only 88 damage. Wait, it seems way more. Yeah, so 88 times 3, I guess. We could do it again with the Colonel Jack and his rocket launcher. The leg is just poking out. Not worth shooting. I keep going to Sophia Brown, but she's currently working on the door. Omar is the closest of our combatants. We have to deal with this venomous Myrmidon. We can do so with a shotgun blast. It's now crippled. No longer a concern. Don't have very good line of sight here. We have to reposition if we want a good shot. Omar has the acid cannon, so if anything gets close, we just spray them with a rage burst from the acid cannon, and the next turn they turn into a puddle of goo. Whew. Respectable damage. We can't see anything squishy from this position. Oh, there's the head. It's stuck out. 160 damage. It does a lot of damage. But it has no armor shred or armor pierce. That is its drawback. There was an obstruction, but it's just got to get down. Got to get it down. We will be here all day. Repo with a double burst from the acid rifle. And the head is down. We will not be dazed by this foul creature. We kill the Asclepius. We don't have to worry about it healing anything. Right, our only remaining action is one from Repo and one from Captain JP Richter. Let's hit the leg. There it is. I think that is our main concern. Alright, we've got to end turn now. The door shall open in a short moment. We have the destiny we can use. Let's find the head, which has now been mutilated. Fire. He turned back before he could deploy the laser. We hit the smasher. Unfortunately, the Scylla cannot be frenzied. Otherwise, that thing would be coming at us like a cannonball. This one has the arm cannons, and that is not good while we're all pressed up against the door. Omar's just got smashed. His arm broken. Despite wearing armor, there's not much you can do when 40 tons of chitin hit you. Return fire from turrets and heavies, taking out the Asclepius champion. Troublemaker mimic moving in close. What's he going to do? Nothing. Okay, the door is open. But we have a bomber Chiron behind us now. Great. Fantastic. We have to take out this Scylla before we go anywhere. But we have our actions back. Let's pick up this turret. We might need it. Troublemaker. Hello. Oh, there's two of them. Two bomber Chirons. They fire plasma that does a huge amount of damage. Nightcat has had her torso paralyzed. To shoot this thing in the face. An aimed burst and a quick aim. We'll try with the shotgun. We have to wait for you to turn back, or we could just hit the carapace now. Easy damage.
Standing by.
Nightcat staring Malice in the face. Let's take out Troublemaker. Unable to daze him because he is facing us.
Ready to engage.
Go with a quick aim and he will certainly die.
Aiming.
Yeah. Seems the shotgun is always the answer.
Preparing to fire.
Another quick aim, finishing off Troublemaker. Certainly was a thorn in our sides.
What's the plan?
Omar has a shattered
Do I
arm.
have cover?
Let's send him back to Sofia Villanova for a fix-up. It's only 10 hit points to the body part. But it does get it functional again.
Standing by.
Alright, we're all lined up at the door. We just have to cross the threshold. One thing is certain, this Scylla is almost defeated. But then we have a second one to contend with. Fortunately, we're fighting them one after the other, like ninjas in a bad martial arts movie. Guess we'll just shoot it wherever. In the abdomen will do. He's going to drop a bunch of mind fraggers. Let's hit him with some fire to try and counter those when they spew forth. Run through the threshold.
No choice but to keep going. For my team.
Add some more fire to that.
Comms online.
Advanced rocket launcher. Send that downrange. Maybe the siren needs to have it so we don't get mind controlled. But we could reach this other Scylla to start the shredding process. Alternatively, we could just shoot big rocket downrange into brain of Scylla. A little bit of armor shred. Yeah, and a decent amount of armor to that particular body part.
Be right there.
I still feel like it's underwhelming. I much prefer an explosive that has blast and affects every body part. The Virophage rockets on the Scarab are the ultimate anti-Pandoran weapon. Double burst from Repo, pouring 200 acid damage into the Scylla. And just a little bit more to top that off. Right, Sophia Brown still has an action. We could just mind crush the Scylla. The power of the priest compels you.
Acquiring target.
It seems like a pretty good option,
Heading
but
out.
we will save the willpower. Alright, both Shredder, Repo, and Warhound need to get through the door. Stack up on the side here. Take some cover. Takeshi moving forward, trying to make it to the door.
I can do this.
Omar stepping in front of Nightcat to give her some extra cover while she reloads. Colonel Jack Halson can't do much. Hunker down. No, that's a silly idea. All those mind fraggers are coming. I guess that'll do us. Dropped dead. The room's filled with mind fraggers now, but they are standing in fire. But they have been frenzied. Oh no! No mind control, thankfully. And the Blaster Scylla's come forward. Oh, spraying goo over everyone. There is return fire from a shredding shotgun. Repo return fire. Everyone returning fire, including the turrets. But now the Scylla is preparing its blaster cannons. This is not a good situation to have half of your team in, standing in goo. They all have jump packs with the exception of our technician and Nightcat, but I believe for some reason she has been immune to goo the entire campaign. Myrmidon swooping in. This is concerning. We have now been caught between Pandorans on both sides. You know, artillery bombardment hitting the archway, fortunately. If those land home, we are in some serious trouble. Okay, Sophia Brown has been hit. No telling the damage just now. An Acheron Aklis. I believe that can call reinforcements. We need to get through this door. Does the door close? Probably not. Let's make sure we kill all these Pandorans, so we don't have them barking up our rear. Okay, all of the mind fraggers are in the fire, but there isn't much
No
damage
choice but to
happening.
keep going. Here goes
So we
nothing.
launch one of these missiles, the Shredder missiles. We want to take out those arm cannons ASAP.
That should have done better.
Only 280 shred, not a lot. Let's grenade these fraggers. What's going on here? That's better. 5 mine fraggers taken out with a single frag. That is efficiency. So Villanova. We want our other turret back, but it's not very wise to run into the face of danger to retrieve it. Where is this Scylla? Take out the cannons. That'll wipe out our whole team if we're not careful. Repo is going to get pinned if he's not careful. Ah, shit, I meant to use rapid clearance. Oh no, the pressure's getting to me. I've used onslaught and fed actions to someone that didn't need it. There's no takebacks though. I meant to do rapid clearance. It's going to make it harder for him to get to the doorway. Yeah, I was going to rapid clear the Myrmidon, the Arthurian, get some help with the Siren, and then get him to the door with kill and run. We can still do that. We just have less options.
Identifying target.
His Destiny Laser really wants to come up. Run and gun. Kill and run. We're going to take the blaster cannons out. We can't afford not to get those killed this turn. Reloaded. Let's run. Siren is still a threat. Sophia, we're going to need an aimed burst.
Taking aim.
Where are the guns? Shoot them out.
Gotcha.
It's going to be highly inaccurate, this shot. So we'll just go into the carapace.
Enemy.
Just to do overall HP damage. Now these guys are all stuck in the goo. But if we can if we take down the Scylla and the Siren this turn, we can afford to wait one turn to get out. Trying to hit this blaster arm here on the left side. But it's not wanting to target it. Go with the other instead, I guess.
Hostile still active.
Alright, the one cannon is down, but it can still shoot. Just not as many projectiles. Yeah, we should be okay, but we're still going to focus down that other blaster cannon.
Reloading.
Aimed burst. We still have these Chirons behind us too. Going to get pinned with plasma fire on both sides if we're not careful. Come on. Warhound, I think that it's the Scepter. The big machine gun. We might kill it before the blaster cannon.
Succeeded.
Yeah, we will. It's going to die before that. So let's get that final damage into it.
Standing by.
Let's get through the doorway and see if we can't take down the Chirons really
Hard to shoot
quickly.
like this.
We still have to fight the boss. Alright, 2 Sirens down. A fresh wave of mine fraggers have been spewed from its
Bombs
carcass.
online.
What's the plan?
And the Siren has panicked.
Oh, keep going.
Just run and gun out. Omar, get around the corner. We are bunched up. We are susceptible to Chiron bombardment. Let's try and disable some of these mine fraggers. replenishing those actions
Can I do this?
with our stun grenades. And let's
I'm on
move
the move.
into the room. So we still have to fight our way through this room to get to the boss. Tech arms being reloaded. We could kill the Triton thug. We still have an Acheron bearing down on our position. All in all, things are going pretty well. But that could change in a matter of moments. Repo still hasn't moved for a couple of turns now. He's been pinned in that position, just shooting everyone. Basically, stepped forward, shot everyone, ended up back in the same position. We need to get him through this door. Let's fire a rocket at this explosive abdomen.
I'm getting there.
Right, Takeshi's stuck in the goo.
Repositioning.
Warhound is also stuck in the goo. But they can jump out next turn. Sophia Villanova, you need to get through the door as well, out of the goo. We'll have to abandon that turret, as much as I like them. And I think we need to try and take out the abdomen of these Chirons, so they can't launch their explosives. Sniper rifle we're not proficient with. So its accuracy is greatly reduced. Let's get a little bit closer and just use an aimed burst. It is panicked, so we're safe from bombardment. That one's not. You gonna launch at us? Don't do it. Oh shit, the siren. Luckily it's recovering. Repo, just watching it slink off into the black. And we have more reinforcements arriving. We need to get into this room and hurry up. They're just going to keep coming, I think. What else you got? Get out of it! Hurry up! Fortunately, that blast hit the shotgun. That was a paralyzation bolt. Venomous Myrmidon. Taking a bite out of Warhound. The Mind Fragger charging. No, Repo! No! This is not what we need right now. Okay. We need to extract Repo from this predicament quickly. Get rid of this goddamn bug.
Attack successful.
Oh, the return fire from Repo. Opening fire with this Redemptor shotgun. Our chances of hitting that are almost zero. Let's jump out of the goo. Sophia Villanova may be able to hit. Good shot. He is trapped there for another turn.
Do we have a plan?
No, not really. It's the Ragnarok shredding rocket. We've got the Virophage grenade. Well, let's try and throw this at the siren. Try and do some extra blast damage to its limbs. 81 damage. I believe that's to everything. Yes. More than 81. Shame. I could throw another. Let's get Sophia to do it, though.
Hope I can find cover.
And then next turn, we all run like hell. Yes, that's exactly what we wanted.
Need a better position.
Get out of here. Alright, Reaper, you will have to contend with the goo next turn, but we should be able to move on to our main objective. Getting tied down a lot. These guys will recover next turn.
That should have gone better.
Okay.
Target's still alive.
Alright, Omar. Let's get some effective fire. Nightcat, get closer. Use the shotgun.
Hope I don't miss.
Shred that torso. We need to get rid of the bombs. Captain Richter. More damage into the abdomen. Alright, that one's done for. It's still a threat. It can still stomp, which can daze you. But it's much better than all of those explosives showering down on your head. Hell cannon making contact. Colonel Jack Harlson. We might need another rocket downrange. Blew off the head. Serviceable amount of shred. I should have used the armor-piercing rocket launcher, perhaps, but meh. Once these guys are down, we might have a straight run to the main objective. Sophia, we're going to heal up our friend here. Technician on the heal, removing the poison. Nothing we can do about the acid. But we still have pretty good armor totals all around.
What are we doing?
Alright, we're done for the turn, I think. Not much else we can do. We've got our AT here. Let's use it. Alright, I'm feeling much better now. Now that the siren's gone away and Repo's got a chance to get through this goddamn door. And this needs but a tap to die. Unfortunately, we have a soldier in the way. And he has no movement points. But it's just end of the turn. We'll be restored. The sounds of gunfire slow, then cease. You don't hear the screams or the tearing of flesh. They died as they lived. Who died? Who died? Who the hell died? Oh shit, the door's closed. The door is closed and we had people on the other side. I think we've just had a catastrophic event here. Just hurry up and end the turn, would you, so I can look at the state of my troops. The door's closed. Someone's dead. And I think it's more... No, it is more than one. We had Sophia Brown, and I think it was Takeshi and Repo. They were all standing in the doorway. Repo was standing further into the complex. Can we open the door, please? Let them in? Right, he did a stomp, and now we've had a mass panic. Oh no, we have lost 3. We've lost Takeshi, Sophia Brown. They were standing in the entranceway of the door. And just being on this side of the door when the door's closed has killed them. Repo, Sophia, and Takeshi, literally our best 3 soldiers. In fact, they're the entire salvage team. Dead in a moment. That is a bitter pill to swallow. Did I miss something? Did it say it was going to close the door and I just didn't read it properly? I mean, I knew there was a time pressure, like you need to get in there and hurry up and kill the thing. But damn. 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 Oh man. I was hoping to beat my record for losses in the campaign. I lost 5 troops in vanilla at various stages of the campaign itself, not in such a mass event like that.
I don't miss.
You sons of bitches. As a result of that, we've lost our priest power, so we can be panicked, and basically that's what happened. Most of the team is panicked. Like, what can you do? We could just move on in their honor, I guess. We still have to defeat that other Acheron up the top here. It has got 90 worth of bleed. But we're angry and we're just going to shoot it anyway.
Ready for
The
action.
local Pandorans are panicking now. Our team are enraged. Yeah, the fire support team. Gone in a moment. Man, that's really, really hard to deal with. I had them I kept them so safe, I babied them. You can tell we had a bloodless campaign because I'm sulking about it so much. We can still get it done with the remaining troopers. I guess we're lucky we have the new Jericho squad here. They all made it through unscathed.
This can't be real.
Sounds like an angry siren. There it is. We've had another panic. And I think that was from the Ugothian entity. Touched by the void. You don't want to keep your soldiers together here. Cast the debuff that stacks the closer you are, I'm pretty sure. So we need to spread out as much as possible. It is a little bit tight through here if we want to stay at this level. But I think our best option is to get in close and be aggressive. Take out the siren. Maybe take out this weapon. Alright, Captain JP Richter, you are now probably our squad lead. I had always treated Sophia as our officer, but she's toast.
Ready-ish.
I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say. Feel like my arm's been torn off. The fragging thing won't die. Attack the receptacle's eyes to stun it so that your operatives can achieve their objective.
Target's still alive.
We need to get through the room before we can shoot the eyes out.
Sprinting.
And our will to fight will slowly be sapped away by this thing every turn with its debuff. We can't see it from here. It's up there somewhere. No, that's a brute. Yeah, it's pretty close. It was along that line of sight. We can see it from this position
I'm
here.
on the move.
And Nightcat has a mist repeller, so that's useful. But let's try and stun this thing with a quick grenade.
This might work.
Oh, the return fire.
Oh! Switching.
I should have shot the arm off that Arthurian. Guess we'll go with
Here
another
goes
frag.
nothing.
Just here. Yes, more
Can I
actions.
do this?
Okay, she is exposed,
Yes, it's my turn.
but we have dazed enemies and some are calling for reinforcements. We've run out of actions. What's going to happen? Nightcat is very exposed here. She's taking a spit to the face. No, 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 no. Oh, I thought it was going to swing the pincer. That would kill her. The pincer coupled with poison, game over. And I didn't take the Die Hard skill with many of my troops. The only soldier that took Die Hard was Repo. That didn't work when the door shut. That's a very strong siren. It has a lot of armor. Oh, we are being surrounded by Arthurans. The siren's going to have a chop at the captain. Induce panic. Is that area of effect? Yes. This is why we needed Sophia Brown. Fortunately, it was just one of them, but Nightcat is nearly dead. She needs first aid ASAP.
I need to recover.
Sophia Villanova has lost an arm. Well, we have to shoot this thing point blank. It's been dazed, so we get more actions for free. It will die when we hit it. Alright, Warden. We can come behind here and use our light weapon. And then shoot the gun off this one, which should kill it. But it didn't, because we missed with a round.
I'm on the move.
Warhound 4th.
I can do this.
Gotta go toe-to-toe with this siren. Danger close. Arms, legs, and head blown off this Arthurian, so he's no longer a threat. And too much armor to do anything meaningful, but this arm is almost gone. Close enough. Step forward with the Hell Cannon or the Acid Cannon. Which one? The Hell Cannon.
Not again.
Got that chance to daze them, and it paid off. Might not seem wise to move closer to the siren, but I think we should be okay. We have this other siren here, near our captain as well. But it's missing a head. Right, the captain is the last to act. He has takedown, so we managed to daze the siren. Not enough to kill it. No. but it will stay out of action next turn. So we just have to move far enough away from it. Then quick aim, and we'll put some more damage into this stronger siren. It's too much armor for the armor-piercing rifle. Barely any damage.
I'm on the move.
So now Nightcat is in serious trouble. Chose to move away. What are we going for? Mark of the Void. Who got hit? I think Nightcat got hit. We have 3 soldiers dazed, it looks like. Automatic fire not doing much damage. A little bit of virus. The Arthrons continue to stream out of the reinforcement holes. We've got to get up there and put some damage into the eyeballs of this thing.
Do I have cover?
Warhound running through past the siren, clearing the mist with her repeller and reloading her weapon. Let's stand shoulder to shoulder. Warden has the virophage, so we need to keep her alive. Colonel Jack, let's jump in, ready for next turn. Omar, critically wounded. No medikits. He's going to have to visit the technician. We're very lucky that we had her. But if I had have brought my vehicle instead of these 3 new Jerichos, I may have made it here in turn 3. After the door opened, stack everyone in and drive. Which is what I wanted to do. But these little changes threw me off, and that's good. Because you can't plan for everything. Alright, we need to get everyone nice and close. Next turn we need to just start peppering out the eyes.
Smells
It's
like
got a very
trouble.
high amount of health from memory. Nightcat critically injured, no medkits. Again, Sofia Villanova is going to have to help out. But we are out of actions. Sorry, Nightcat. Nightcat could give her a medkit and she could use it for 1 action. We also need to reload the arms, so we'll do that now.
Ready? Ish.
There's not much we can do. We could steal a medkit, that's all we can do. And not enough actions to act, or willpower to do anything about it. Let's just take some cover here. These two will have to support each other. Captain JP Richter is nearby, but he needs to move up and lead this assault. The best he can do is cripple the siren and kill it as he moves into the main chamber. Even closer is ideal. Alright, let's move Nightcat up nearby the heavies where she can support their rear. Alright, here comes a skirmisher, but it is frenzied. Spitting Sofia Villanova in the mouth. Lots of poison running down her chin. Return fire obliterating that Arthurian dragon. But they just continue to arrive, desperate to defend the Ugothian entity and its receptacle. This is just a fragment of the Ugothian entity's power. It's not even here yet. Minor damage. This will be the tell. Oh.
This looks bad.
And the mark of the void applied.
Try to get there in one piece. Resting
All
up.
right, Nightcat has panicked. Desperately low in health. We just need to get this done. We need to shoot the eyes. It has 96,000 health. Move your arms. That's a good wiggly squiggly squid. 2 eyeballs down.
Can I do this?
Let's try and shred it. Tiny amounts of armor removed. Oh, it's resistant to acid explosions and fire by 75%. Small amount of damage to a tentacle. Not much damage all around. The eyes are well protected.
I
So,
know how to do it.
let's get closer. We have a shotgun.
Use it.
Let's try and shoot it in the eyeball with the Destiny laser first. Okay, that's another eyeball down. Hunkering down. We need to reload this rocket launcher. But we do have our PDW. So let's get some shots in here. Try and hit this eyeball here. What? Was that meant to happen? It lost 70,000 health when I shot it in the eye. Was that a bug? That was unexpectedly easy to kill after traipsing through that entire... Look at it. Like, we lost 3 people. Ah, the goddamn gate. Sophia, Takeshi, and Repo didn't get to see the fruits of their hard labor throughout the campaign. They were lost, but it's not in vain. We now need to get the technician holding this beacon to the corpse of the Ugothian entity so that we can call in a missile strike, which I suspect might kill everybody in the palace, since we are now locked in here. So I guess, in a roundabout way, we're all dead. We were dead men walking the minute we accepted this mission. And, I am concerned for Nightcat, who is panicked there, standing near a shield bearer. Shield bearer charges in, takes a swing, and Nightcat cleaved from pelvis to sternum. Her insides falling to the ground. The spark of life fading from her eyes, and we have lost another operative. But, as I was saying just moments ago, it wasn't in vain. The success of this team will ensure humanity survive another day. Hopefully another few millennia. The siren instigator emerging from the hole, reacting to the sound of screams. Nightcat, her body rapidly cooling in the misty environs of this Pandoran palace. She was a good soldier, as were they all. It's now time to deploy the beacon, which will destroy this palace. The culmination of Tobias West's ambitions and our hard work and research and resources and lives.
What's our plan?
It was a group effort.
Channel open.
Warden charging forth and planting herself firmly before the corpse of the Ugothian entity. She's rummaging through the backpack, entering the codes that will allow the missile strike to blast this place to hell. You can tell she's kind of delaying what's to come next, and it is time to deploy the objective. My name's Commander Tyrael. That is a dead Ugothian entity, and you've been watching Phoenix Point's Terror from the Void.
Wars always have winners and losers. This was our moment to savor. Victory against overwhelming odds, against an incursion that threatened to wipe out our species and our world. Human ingenuity got a targeting beacon planted on the receptacle. When West gave the word, we activated the satellite network. We hit the palace with everything we had. After that, the war became one we could win. New Jericho and the Phoenix Project in alliance, fighting to save humanity. Inch by inch, reclaiming the land and then the ocean. The enemy fought back, but wildly, incoherently, without strategy. They were beaten. Next, we had to deal with the infected. We rounded up those we couldn't save and quarantined them in vast camps, far away from the new cities. Anyone who didn't comply died. It was the only way. Cmdr objected, but in the end, they worked with us. The Anu cult resisted us at first, but as the prophecies of their misguided religion failed, they lost hope. They remain an insurgent threat, but one that we are determined to eliminate. There is no place for them in this new age. Much was achieved by one man's vision, but one man cannot shoulder the burden of the world. After the war, Tobias West forged new alliances and began to build a better system. There will be no nations in our future, just one people, humanity, determined to protect the rights of every individual to live free and in peace. As for the Phoenix Project, we finally had the support we needed. It was time to build, to train, to prepare. Up there in celestial darkness, something ancient and powerful still hungered for our planet. But next time, we'd be ready.
And so our fight against the Void has come to an end, and this is what our stats look like. 74 Havens survived, 26 succumbing to the Pandoran hordes. 14 bases were activated, 5 left behind. Just over half of the human population was killed during the Third Mist, but humanity has prevailed, and as far as we know, the Ugothian entity will not be a concern for the foreseeable future. There were a number of faction forces killed. We preferred to kill the pure. Cmdr were high on the list, and Tritons and Arthrans were, of course, the main menu. A big thank you to the Phoenix Rising team for building such an amazing mod. If you want to play it, or if you have the time, certainly recommend Terror from the Void for your Phoenix Point experience. If you enjoyed the series, make sure you hit the like button, leave me a comment, tell me what your favorite moment of the series was, and make sure to check out some of my other series because I put as much effort into all of my content as what you've seen here today. Until next time, Commander Tyrael out.